most important information. Okay, so most important information which is needed to achieve one or more objectives. Okay, so it's a visual display of most important information in any organization to achieve one or more objectives. And these displays, right, you consolidate them, it's consolidated and arranged on a single screen. So it should be single screen. So it should be single screen so that all the information can be viewed or monitored at a glance. So that's the objective of the dashboard. So if we talk about SAP, so SAP has like their visualization strategy, right? SAP's visualization strategies you can divide into three parts. One is professionally authored, which is this is created by IT team, and then it is distributed or it is accessed or it is used by larger audience. Okay, and it basically here you create dashboards and all. So you create one-time dashboard and it is consumed by multiple people, and to create a dashboard you need expertise in the tool and all. And it focuses basically on companies' key performance indicators, and with what are the objectives based on that they define the key figures and all. So that is professionally authored. The second type which SAP says is it's business analyst driven. So here like analyst quickly can do some analysis for smaller audience, and it's for smaller audience, and again that it's driven by analyst who has limited knowledge of tool, but he is good with business knowledge. So and it quickly helps to do some analysis. Okay, so the tool here we use is Lumira or Explorer. Sorry, Lumira or Visual Intelligence. Earlier, now that Visual Intelligence is replaced by Lumira only. So, and for dashboards, earlier we were using Excelsior, as you know, from SAP, and earlier they had performance management also. And the third type is self-service, which basically business users, like using that, business users can create their own, they can do their own analysis and all. So there it comes Explorer. So you don't really need any technical knowledge to explore using the exploration view. So our design studio, it fits here in the first, where IT professionals can create the dashboards and it can be accessed by larger audience in the organization. So as you're saying, right, it's a replacement for the Excelsior's dashboard, as SAP is saying that they are going to sunset the tool in 2017 maybe, and they are not going to do any more development, or they are not going to do any major change in the tool. They are going to just support the tool for some more time. So Design Studio is a future. So as currently the latest version of Design Studio is it's 1.6. So that's the latest version. Every 6 months they release a major version, and during the 6 months they release minor patches. So if we go to the tool directly for the demo purpose, so let me show you the tool. This is the Design Studio tool. Once you like when you launch it for the first time, okay. So here in the tool we have 4 deployment options. It gives us 4 deployment options. 4 connection mode. You can connect locally, local mode. One is a local mode. So when you are connected to a local mode, to just see the like what are the modes available, you can just go to Tools, Preferences, Preferred Startup Mode, and you can see these are the modes available. So one is a local mode. So when you are connected with a local mode, you can connect to any ODBC connections based on HANA or BW. Whatever ODBC connections you have created on top of HANA or BW, you can use them as a data source and create your own dashboard and do analysis. When it comes to for publication or deployment, you need to connect to a platform. So there are 3 platforms available. So the second mode is BI platform mode. That's the first platform. It's nothing but the BI BO platform. Like where you publish, normally you publish your Excel CS dashboards or Webby reports. You create your Webby reports. So through Launchpad you can access the reports and dashboards. Similarly, if you publish on BI platform, you can access the SAP Design Studio dashboard using BI platform. Using Launchpad. So once you are connecting to a BI platform, you can use universe as a data source. The universes which are created in IDT, not UDT is not UDT universes are not supported. So IDT universes, and again then OLAP connections created in CMC on top of BW or HANA, and again ODBC connections for HANA and BW. So these are the data sources when you are connecting with BI platform, and the deployment is you can publish it back on BI platform and access it through Launchpad. The third mode is it's a NetWeaver mode. Okay, so here you can connect to BW system. The difference between BI platform and NetWeaver mode is you can connect to multiple data sources in a single dashboard also in BI platform. While when you are connecting to NetWeaver mode, you can connect to single BW instance. And when you are publishing it back to the, when you are publishing it back, you will be publishing it back on the NetWeaver portal, and you can access the dashboard from Enterprise portal. Fourth is a HANA mode. So you can connect to any HANA views. Again, it is a single, you can connect to only single HANA instance at a time, and you will be publishing back the dashboard on the HANA portal, and you can access through HANA portal. So these are the modes available. So currently I am connected to BI BO platform, where I will be publishing the dashboard back on the BO platform. So to create an analysis application, just click on the button from the here, or there is an option to create a new analysis application by clicking application and new. So once you create a new application, it asks you to save your dashboard. So similar to Webby report or Excel CS dashboards, you can just navigate it to the your target folder, select the target folder, and say OK. That's the folder we are going to save our dashboard, and you give a name.
Rakesh?
Yeah.
One quick question. Can I ask questions during the while you are teaching, or should I ask at the end of the session?
You can ask anytime, no issues.
Okay,
Whenever you feel like, yeah.
One quick question. Like Excel CS, can I save an offline dashboard in Design Studio? Like most of our dashboards sometimes are one-time dashboards, like give me status report. So we develop a dashboard which is based on Excel, and we just save it on our desktop and view it in the SW file. Can we do that with Design Studio?
No, with Design Studio, the output will be, you need to publish it back on the on any of the platforms. Like if you compare it with Excel CS, yeah, that's a limitation here. So you can't really connect to Excel directly and do some analysis quickly and create your SWF file, share it, and that done. But here you need, as I told you, right, these are the data sources available. You need
Deployments,
to, yeah. if you are working with BI platform, you need to create a universe. Then only you can access them as a data source. So on top of Excel, you need to create a universe, and then you can create your dashboard. And again, you need locally you cannot save. When you want to, like end user want to access the dashboard, right? It has to be on some portal. You cannot generate a executable file like SWF from here. Is it clear? Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear Rakesh. Maybe internet connection is very low today. Hello, Basud?
I'm sorry, I got disconnected multiple times. The speed over in Saudi Arabia is shit, man. Sorry.
Okay, fine. So, is it clear? Like whatever you are asking, right? The doubt is
Yeah,
clear.
I got
Or
the point that I got the point that I cannot connect it to and I directly to Excel, and I cannot publish it individually offline just like a Celsius.
yeah. So that's the limitation of Design Studio. If you compare it with Excel, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So back to our demo, like to create any new application, or like here the dashboard is called as an application.
Okay.
So to create a new application, you need to give a name to it, and the name should be, it's a technical name, so it should not have any spaces and all. So you can demo underscore 001, and then in the description you can give a meaningful business name. Once you give the name, you need to select the template category. So when you create any dashboard, right, you need to keep in mind that what is your target device. Are you creating a dashboard which you are going to access it through desktop browsers or through iPad devices or iPhones? So accordingly you select your template category. Whatever category you select, all three will run in desktop browser also, all three will run on iPad devices also, and on iPhone also. But the difference here is, once you create desktop browser, once you select a desktop browser, right, so the dashboard will look good on the desktop browser. It will not look good on the iPad devices. So accordingly you choose your template categories. Once you select your template category, for that category there are predefined templates. We have selected a desktop browser, right? So there are some predefined templates available to quickly create dashboards. So we will not talk about the templates much. Let's create a blank dashboard and we'll see how to work with blank templates.
Rakesh, you said
Yeah.
the latest version was 1.6.
Yeah.
And the Design Studio that you're using, this is 1.6?
No, this is 1.5. The thing is, like for training purpose, we'll be using 1.5 because the platform, whatever platform we are on, we have deployed 1.6 on our platform, Design Studio 1.6. But our client, we are not able to install 1.6, so we have installed 1.5 only. There are some issues in installation.
Okay, okay.
So we will be working with 1.5. And
Okay.
we are like working on that issue, like how to resolve that issue, and if that is resolved, it will be 1.6.
Okay, clear.
Yeah. So this is the front page of the dashboard, right? So if you see the screen is divided into 6 parts. So first is a component view, which is on the left top. If you see these, so it has 3 folders. So it shows all the components: analytical components, basic component, and container components. So these folders are nothing but the grouping of. Design Studio, like they have done the logical grouping of the components. So all the analytical related components like crosstab or the charts and filter panel and all, those are under analytical components. the basic components like radio button, text box, or this drop down boxes or normal buttons. Those basic components are available under basic components folder. And container components like page, book, or tabs, or pop-ups, but grid layout, these components are there, they have grouped under container components. So there are three basic type of components. If you install third-party components, so those will be listed in another folder if you install. So by default inbox, these are the components available, but if you want to use some other component which is provided by third-party component, you can go to tools and install extensions to Design Studio. So it will give you the link of all the extensions available, which are approved by SAP. So you can go to that link and download whatever license you need to decide for that particular component. I think internet will not work on the system, so by the time it comes, let's go back here. Okay, so below we'll talk about that extensions later on once that window comes up. So the component, this is the component view. So you'll be just whatever components you want to place on your dashboard, just simply drag and drop like Excel CS on the canvas. So this is the canvas where you will be putting all your visualizations or all your components. And below components, you have outline view. This outline view has 4 folders. So first is for data source. So you will be adding all the data sources here. To add a data source, just click on the right click on the data source, say add data source, and the data source window will come up. You need to click on browsers for a connection and select your connection. Universe is a connection, or if you have a BW or HANA OLAP connections, those will be listed here. So select the universe connection and create the query from the universe. Similarly, you create in Excel CS or Web report. The server is a bit slow today. So this window is similar to the web when you create the web report, right? It's similar to that. So on the left hand side you see all the objects and measures. You take any, so you can create your queries by just dragging and dropping your measures and dimensions. And once your query is ready, you say OK. very slow. So once you add a data source, it's showing with the connection name and then the data source name. So and ds_1 is a data source name. You can rename it with your, like, you can give a meaningful name to it. Once you add a data source, you need to edit its initial view first. So by default, all the measures available in the query will be shown. So you can add dimensions to it. And if required, you can add the filters. To add a filter, you can put a dimension directly into the background filters.
Your connection is a bit slow today.
So you can put a filter, and once your data source is ready, you can assign it by just dragging a data source on the component. The same option is available when you go to properties. From the properties also you can select the data source. So after data source, we have planning objects. So this is used when you want to use integrated planning module of SAP and you want to make use of planning functions. So this particular topic is not covered as part of training because we don't have a SAP IP, but when you want to do what if scenarios and all with your dashboards, you can make use of integrated planning option. Then it is the third folder is layout. So layout will have all the components, whatever components you put on the canvas. So in hierarchical mode, you can see all the components. It is like a what window? View components in Excel sheets. We have one window called view components, right? Where it lists all the components and all. So similar to that, we have layout here. It will show all the components here. You can again hide, unhide them. And the last is technical component. So technical component, it always has one context menu. If you want to the use of the context menu, it enables the navigation in the dashboard or user interaction. So any dashboard can have maximum one context menu. If it is not required, you can delete it, but by default it is added in all the applications. And apart from context menu, it has backend connections. Those are nothing but if you want to make use of ODBC connections on HANA and BW, so you can use the backend connections. And global scripts, whatever Java scripting will be writing for interaction to make the dashboard interactive. So those Java scripts you can write under global script objects. If you want to print the dashboard into PDF, you can add the PDF component. And for translation and all, if you like you want to develop the dashboard in English and you want to see the dashboard in different languages, for translation purpose you can use text. So this is outline view, and on the right hand side you see properties and additional properties. So whatever component we select, either from the canvas or whatever folder or component we select from the outline view, it shows the property of that particular component. Right now the chart 1 is selected, it shows the chart 1 properties. If you select the application itself, it will show the application property. So common properties will be shown in the properties pane. Anything, for example, right now we have selected application, right? So application has these properties. We don't have any additional properties. But if we select chart, then based on the chart type we select, these additional properties will change. So these additional properties are now specific to only line chart. we select column chart, then additional properties will be applicable only for column chart. But whatever the common properties are there for a chart, all the properties will be listed in properties pane. So below canvas we have script problems area. So when we are writing Java scripting and there is a syntax error, if there is any syntax error, right, those errors will be listed here. So it is used for debugging purpose. Let's create a dashboard, some interactive dashboard. Okay, so this is the dashboard we have, and we have filtered this for daily, initially for daily, right? So what we'll do is we'll put a radio button, which will have values daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. So based on this particular selection, so when we select daily, it should show the daily data. So by default, it is showing the daily data, but so to write any Java scripting, either you can create a technical component called global script, and there you can write the JavaScript, or you can write the script on select event of the component. This is a script editor where you will be writing the JavaScript. I just quickly write the JavaScript. Radio button dot get selected value. The value, whatever value we select, is daily.
Rakesh,
Yeah.
is it mandatory to know how to script, how to use JavaScript? Can I make dashboard without JavaScripting, or is it mandatory? Is it required to do the JavaScripting in order to make a successful dashboard?
You can create without JavaScripting also, but I'll recommend you use JavaScripting, because without JavaScripting you can't create complex dashboards. And if you don't know JavaScripting, that is okay. Like during the training I'll tell you how to write the JavaScripting and all. You don't really require the complete knowledge of JavaScripting, because editor is there already and the help is available. So you can take the editor's help basically to write the JavaScripting. If you press Control and space, right, it gives you the option how to write the JavaScripting and all. If you can write simple if-else conditions, that is good enough.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see without JavaScripting how to achieve this without JavaScripting and with JavaScripting both. So I'll create a list box. And just set its property. I'm not writing any JavaScripting. So I'm just selecting just doing it by clicks only. So let's run the dashboard and see. He's not reachable also. Hello?
Light चली गई शायद. I mean the light went out.
Okay.
Hi Rakesh. Madhukar here.
Yeah, Ashok is
Hey,
back.
hi.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fine. So yeah, so now we'll try to achieve the same thing with the JavaScript using radio button. Okay, so if we select daily, then I'm putting a daily filter. If I select weekly, put weekly filter. If it is monthly, we put monthly filter. If we select yearly, we put yearly filter. So the same thing you can do it with JavaScripting, and JavaScripting with the JavaScripting, like, it's powerful, right? You can do much more than the simple filtering. Okay, so you can create dashboard like this.
Okay.
So like during the training, what we'll do, okay, so I'll tell you about this also. So these are the extensions available. If you go to Design Studio and search, so only Design Studio related extensions will be shown. So these are the extensions available from Design Studio, for Design Studio. So some extensions are free of cost, some extensions are like there's a cost associated with it, so you need to buy the license and all. For that you can directly contact the third-party vendors. So these are the extensions available. And so in the training, what we'll be doing is, so these are the topics we'll be covering during the training. Maybe I think Madhukar or Ashok has already shared, but I don't know whether they have shared or not. But so these are the topics we'll be covering during that training.
Okay, navigate the interface. Okay.
So
Yeah, Rakesh, we already shared the same content. Maybe we shared it the Word document.
you have already shared, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fine. Yeah. Okay, so these topics, apart from these topics, what we'll be doing is we'll be creating a project also. We'll be creating a dashboard which is deployed in real time. So it will give you a like project experience. So this is the dashboard we'll be creating. So this dashboard, like, it has a one scorecard which shows all 5 KPIs. Its actual budget, variance, and SPLY and variance too. And based on the selection of the KPI in the scorecard, below trend chart shows the trend analysis for that particular selected KPI. So if we select net sales, it shows the net sales trend over last 7 days, because we are in daily right now. If we select weekly, it shows last 8 weeks of data for that selected KPI. So right now average transaction value is selected, it shows last 8 weeks average transaction value trend. So similarly, if you select monthly, it shows last 12 months of selected KPI. And year means it shows last 5 years of trend. So that's the two components. On the right hand side, we have contribution, sales contribution. So net sales contribution by brand and by category. So based on the selection, if we select brand, it shows brand wise contribution in pie chart, actual value, and in the tabular format again it shows brand wise contribution of for actual value and what was the SPLY value. If we select category there, it shows category wise net sales contribution. And based on the selection in the pie chart, for example, we have selected category 4. So category 4, what are the top 10 articles sold in the category 4? If we select brand, so what are the top 10 articles sold in the brand 5? So this is the dashboard we'll be creating. So this dashboard has like we will be writing JavaScripting. Also CSS is required, like the formatting and all is done by the CSS. So we'll be writing CSS code also. So
Rakesh,
with the
I saw
fourth content, you'll be creating this. Sorry?
I saw some HTML5 dashboards on the internet. I mean, the look was pretty neat, pretty cool. This looks a very, it gives a very ordinary look. Can we not style it a bit to make it more attractive?
See, you with CSS you have all the options available actually. If you are very good in CSS, you can do any kind of formatting.
Okay.
So it depends on like how good you are with CSS or how quickly you can learn. If you don't know also how quickly you can learn and find the CSS for any particular component. So that's the dashboard basically we'll be creating, but if you have any like if you can improve the CS formatting of the dashboard, yes, we can format the dashboard in that way.
Okay. So are we done here?
Yeah, if you have any questions, like you can quickly take.
I mean, I have actually I have multiple questions, but I'll ask them if I join the course. I'll ask them step by step when you start the training, then so that they become more relevant to what I'm learning. I don't, and I might get to see the answers in the life practical as well. So.
Okay.
Because as I told you, I have done a lot of dashboarding in XLCS. The option of Excel gives you a lot of flexibility. I can dump the whole data in Excel and do the visualization on top of that. I can do Bix, I can use Bix, web service and all that. But this Design Studio tool is, I mean, the limitations are quite a few. So this is what I wish to learn from you, that how can I do things in Design Studio, what are the workarounds if I want to do something in Design Studio which is not possible through the standard way, what can be the alternative to that? You know, tips and tricks which can be obtained by professional experience only. So I mean, that's my goal. That is something I want to get out of this training.
Yeah, we'll see like whatever the possibility with the Design Studio, because it's a new tool, right? So there are some limitations, right? So if you compare it with XLCS, it's not the right comparison. You are not comparing apple with apple for sure, because XLCS is there in the market from last 20 years, I believe. So it's very much mature tool, and there are so many third-party components available. The saturation is already gone for XLCS, right? You can create any kind of dashboard in XLCS. But when you are working with Design Studio, yeah, there are some limitations, but with the third-party components available, right? You have seen, right? So many components are available. So you can create any kind of dashboard, but the problem here is you need to pay for it. Basically, see, some components are free of cost available, but some components you need to pay for it. And in our BIOS, the server, right, which whatever server we have, I think we can't install the free components because they comes with the trial version, right? So trial version softwares are not available on the, it's not allowed on the server. So we can't really use the third-party components here. But the options remain same, like how to use the third-party component. If you know how to use the basic component, it is same. Once you use the normal components and you know how to write the JavaScripting is main basically. You know how to write the JavaScripting and all the component look and feel you can change later on. Like you can take any component, whatever component you are comfortable with, or whatever component you like, you can take that component and create your dashboard. The main thing is JavaScripting. Hello. Hello. Ashok, can you hear me?
Masood, can you hear us? Hello. Okay. Thanks, Rakesh. I think you can disconnect it. There is any. I mean, if he has any doubts, I will talk to him. Okay.
Okay, Madhukar.
Okay.
Okay. Chalo, bye.
Okay. Thank you. Masood, can you hear us? Are you able to hear? Hello, Masood. Hello, Masood. Can you hear us? Hello. Hello.